So hi, we're the Sliverstein family, myself and my wife and our 6 kids, and this is December 31st, 2014, and we've just spent 8 days traveling through all parts of Tunisia. And every holiday week we try to go somewhere different or somewhere special, and this year we chose Tunisia. So we are about to speak to you as a family because we think that a lot of people are truly missing out on visiting this incredible historical and beautiful country with some wonderful people because of personal safety fears. And first and foremost, let me just say that let everyone speak to themselves, incredibly comfortable the whole time. People are very welcoming, very warm, and never felt unsafe at any time. And I will add, we are not naive travelers. We've done an enormous amount of traveling in every continent. So turn it over to my better half, actually, over there.
When you first told friends and family that you were considering coming to Tunisia, what did Americans say to you?
They sort of didn't know what to say. Some people were very excited because they know that this is a country where a lot of positive changes are occurring, but they weren't really sure if this was like the right idea, because when you choose a family vacation, usually you're choosing something very carefree and easy, and they don't realize that traveling to Tunisia is really quite safe and nothing that's filled with worries.
And can I ask any of you who would like to comment, were there any impressions you had of Tunisia that, now that you've been here for a week traveling, are different than what you anticipated or different than what people led you to believe?
I mean, my only impressions were what I had seen on CNN during the government change, I guess, in 2011. And when I got here, I realized that things are just totally calm and normal, which was honestly surprising, but not quite what I expected. I was almost essentially a blank slate, with the exception of what I'd seen on the news. But that's just because Tunisia really isn't in the news cycle anymore, because things are calmer and generally more peaceful here now. So that was surprising.
And when people heard you're speaking American English, have you run into any other Americans while you're here?
A few, one or two,
Not really.
not many. People were very excited that we were coming from America, local Tunisians, because they weren't used to American tourists. They thought we were from England initially, even though we don't sound like we're from England. But once they found out we were American, they were actually, some of them were thrilled and really happy to meet us, and were very kind and sweet to us. So.
Yeah. I was surprised about how people wanted to talk to us and really get to know us, and they were happy to have tourists coming, and they were happy to show us around, and we're so excited wherever we went to show us, you know, what their job was or what they were making and how they were making it, and really allow us to get to know the Tunisian culture. And it was, I think that's what made the experience so much better, was being in a country where they were so warm and so eager to have people learn about them and learn about the culture. And so I think that makes it a great place for a family, where it's very interactive and you can really mesh with the culture.
It wasn't just the kind of trip where you're getting off a bus, seeing a site, learning something, and getting back on the bus. There really was this interaction with people. Partially it was some encouragement from our guides, and partially it was people themselves coming forward, and that was really special and different for me.
You really covered a lot of territory, both topographically and culturally, in terms of from mountains to fertile areas to desert. What were some highlights for you?
Being a big fan of the movie Lawrence of Arabia, and having been in a lot of desert areas, but being in the Sahara in what was stereotypically exactly those sand dune scenes with zero vegetation, riding on a camel for an hour
At sunset.
At sunset was beyond magical. And I have to just supplement something my wife said. A lot of it also had to do, the reason why the trip was so smooth is the incredible attention to detail and logistics that we received from the travel company. What was the name of the company, sir?
From Tunis, USA.
Tunis, USA. Thank you. Tunis, USA, that took care of all the details from soup to nuts, had to worry about nothing. We had to worry about nothing. Everything was just ready. And I would also, you know, when you travel, sometimes you worry about getting taken advantage of. You're talking about the locals. None of that. Always felt I was paying exactly what a Tunisian was paying. no matter whether it was a coffee shop or a gift shop, it was all, just felt people were very honest. And yeah.
Anyone else want to add 2 cents to what your siblings and your parents have said?
I guess just a highlight of the trip was when we went to Duga and like all the, it's just.
Tell them about our experience there, Jen.
The amphitheater was like awesome. I just really wasn't expecting that much history and Roman influence and culture there. It was really cool. I thought I was in Rome.
And what else was special there?
So we ran into like, besides on the whole topic of interacting with locals, we ran into like some shepherds, and they pretty much like they just handed us these lambs that were like 2 days old, and we just like held them and like walked with the shepherds, and he showed us like all these special spots, and it was just it's just really, they were so kind, and it was really awesome. It was really cool.
Well, we really thank you for sharing with people. I don't know if this will get 500 hits or 20,000 hits, but your voice as Americans sharing your experience is really something that we appreciate. Any last-minute comments when Americans say, so do you think we should go to Tunisia?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Also something too I just want to add in. I felt really safe as a woman. I wasn't expecting that in an Arab Muslim country, and I was very surprised at how modern and welcoming they were. I didn't get any stares for wearing pants, and if we went into a mosque, they gave you something to cover maybe your head with, and that I felt really comforted by and very welcome. So that was also very surprising to me.
Great.
Today, and as a last word, today is December 31st, 2014, and the new president, right now, as we are standing here in this hotel lobby, was sworn in 3 hours ago. The streets are completely peaceful. Democracy at work, in action, people expressing their free will, and a transfer of power that's occurring in a peaceful way on the streets with nothing more than just some traffic, people trying to get from one place to the other. It says a lot about the stability of the country and about the security and safety one should feel if you come to visit here.
Great. Well, thank you all for sharing your impressions and for coming here. And we hope your friends will come, and we hope to see you back.
Thank you.
Thank you.